Did they edit this so it's like pointing the middle finger? Wait. Wait, this is actually really funny. Dreg Dredger's call. Summon a Dreg Dredgers for your opponent now, and each round start. So it's just like a mill card. Are all of these cards just like summon negative things for the opponent? Omen Flock. Wait. Sorry, the art here actually just got me. Omen Flock. This one, okay, they're back. They're back. Omen Flock is funny. Like that's just good. Like it's just this image edit. Genius. Redoubled Valor. Summon 2 Valor, then double their stats. I always found it funny that there's Valor and then there's redoubled Valor. So they're taking just like actual redoubled Valor. Squirrel's Rage. Summon a squirrel, create 2 Dragon's Rage that cost 0 in hand. Yeah, there's several of these that are great. This is a top tier shit post. So there is the LoR custom card subreddit. You really just can't argue with that. Like that's perfect. These are high quality. These are actually really funny. The Poro King. Custom cards with different effects for every champ. Poro King, when I'm summoned, create in hand a 1-cost Poro version of each unique champion that started in your deck. Oh my. Oh Jesus. That's a lot of Poros. That's a lot of Poros. Poro Fizz is just like it's just a literal like Navori Blade Scout. Revive me into a transformed Poro egg. Porundle. Summon an icicle. Give the weakest enemy vulnerable. This one's literally unfair. Porundle, hello? Create a random celestial card that costs 3 or less. I am a dragon. Dude. The Poro with I am a dragon. This is actually really funny. Misfortune. When I attack, deal 1 to the weakest battling enemy. 2 attacking unleashed spirits. Aw, that's so cute. Mini Hecarim. Porzed. I guess there's not really another way to do that. They could have just called him Ped. Oh, here we go. Poriora. When I've killed 3 enemies and survive, you win the game. Holy shit. Dude. What the fuck? It's got Challenger too. All of these are like worse versions of their champions. This one's literally better version of Fiora. Oh, if only. If only. That was wholesome and amazing. I think I have seen this. This is a pretty good meme. It's true. Like at the time in the meta, TF was just like, draw 1, attuned, Mystic Shot me, let's move on. Obviously it's still a good card. Like that's the thing about TF. Blue card makes him nuts just because like even if he gets removed, you're trading up. Like that's super solid. When I'm like paying 1 mana to draw a card and I'm forcing removal. A versatile spell for Freljord. Frostbite a unit and give it barrier this round. I think that's sweet. There's something that happens a lot, especially in like Magic. Magic has a very common card design where it's like a spell has an upside and a downside, and that allows you to sometimes cast it on your own unit and sometimes cast it on the opponent's unit. This is an interesting but bad. So that's we like when we're looking at like custom card designs, we don't care about power level. Like interesting but bad is an argument countered by, even if that is true in a particular case, just make it like -1. Like balance is something that can happen later. That doesn't matter at all here. There's no interesting but bad in this discussion. It's a cool effect. I think it would be nice if Runeterra did have more things you could like use flexibly on your own units, because you know right now like you can hush your own units to take off Frostbite or to protect it from like Flock sometimes, but it's really niche that you have like spells that actually have that like dual functionality. Yeah, the custom LoR subreddit has really stepped up their game since last I visited. These are a lot cooler. A landmark to help Lulu decks. A rock. Doesn't do anything. From Rek'sai. Summon an attacking tunnel and create a fleeting void rush in hand. Oh, so it's like a Trevor Snooze bottom. An attacking ally and an attacking tunnel swap places. So basically, when you attack, it'll just summon something that does nothing, but it allows you to swap your attack with a potential blocker. Ooh, that's cool. You can swap whatever you want into the tunnel, so the opponent also has to consider that. And like, they'll block the tunnel with something. Like, the tunnel is blockable. It's not like the tunnel's not elusive. That would maybe be a lot. That would be a lot more of a problem. It's like, it is something that is not like crazy. It just allows you an option to, you know, be able to sometimes, you have like an extra potential attacker to your opponent's blocker compared to Challenger on the 0-1 unit. Yeah, it's sort of kind of like having Challenger on your 0-1 unit, except, oh, is it better or worse? It's better in some cases. All right, when it levels up, it summons 2 tunnels and creates the same Void Rush. But now our tunnels have Fearsome, so they are a little trickier to block. Ooh, that is kind of cool. The Prey Seeker, Nexus Strike all back row enemies this round. Cannot be cast during combat. Shuffle a Rek'sai into your deck. And this is, yeah, just Prey Seeker. Huh. It's very cool. Like, don't get me wrong, like, yeah, this card wouldn't be good and it has some problems, but this concept of, like, the tunnel with the Void Rush is a cool concept. It's pretty simple, so it's implementable. It's, like, pretty balanceable and, like, pretty counterplayable. Like, there's nothing oppressive or broken about it. It's just a cool thing that you can do. Should a swap concept be cool? Yeah, swapping is also cool. I wish there was more swapping. Like, it would be cool if that was an Ionian thing to swap, and it kind of is, right? Because Ionia has Stand United, which is a swap keyword. For those of you guys who don't know, and that's actually probably a decent amount of you, this card swaps targeting. If your opponent's like targeting something with Vengeance and you swap it, then you have the ability to change that target to the card you're swapping it with, right? And Ionia also has, is it not Replace? It's the like Shadow Shift, which in its place, yeah. So this is like, it's not using the swap word, but in its place in this case means the same thing as swap. It doesn't fizzle the spell. It's just like, it's changing the spell's target effectively, right? I think that's a cool concept that I think would be cool to see more of, as long as it was kind of limited. That's another nice thing about Void Rush, is that it's never going to be like a crazy blowout to like a Vengeance or anything like that. When you make cheap swap effects, that can become a problem, because then your opponent might feel like they can't target you with spells. Especially if you print a deadly effect like swap something with an enemy unit, that like you can't do that, right? If it's just like spell targeting, that's like that would be really, really awkward, unless maybe it was super expensive. But this, it's not going to have that blowout, because you always know when they have the Void Rush in hand. This is just a token from Rek'sai, and it's just during the attack, really. And like, it just means like, yeah, you can't really like pre-commit Vengeance into anything for that attack, but it doesn't create that like that potential toxic or potentially oppressive nature if swaps get too cheap and too good, of just being able to counter any sort of removal at all. So this is like kind of balances itself. Really cool mechanic. Really cool mechanic.